Some people kill, some people steal, some people lie sometimes. Different events in our life can shape those ways. Harboring hate, harboring pain, and everything people do make it so very hard to forgive. And nobody is perfect, and I can see that.
Peace, love, health,
Oh,
and well
I'm
vibe
so
tribe. Like and subscribe. Help
jealous.
your boy do what? Break away from who? That 9 to 5. My name is KP, and this is a collective love slash or this is a collective love slash I'm sorry, love oracle slash tarot reading. Okay, um, and this is a collective. I'm trying to get back to doing these daily. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back to doing the love readings and the financial readings daily. So be on the lookout for that. I might just do them live. I like the vibe of live readings or whatever. So I'm trying to get back to doing the love readings. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Without further ado, oh, can I get a couple more likes? Do you guys mind? I'm trying to get back to doing the love readings. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Without further ado, do you mind? Looking out for your boy. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna pull. All right, so I didn't have any specific mind or idea about what is this reading. So I will change the name of it and just letting those know who's watching. But yeah, I didn't have a specific is my ex stalking me or should I get pregnant by this dude in jail or you know, um, is my grandpa best friend thinking about me? I ain't getting into all of those things, but I will just pull the cards and see what's going on. So I think I'm gonna go start off with the oracle, and then I'm gonna do at least one tarot card. If not, I'm gonna do probably two or three to try to get a clear picture. I think I'm gonna just go with three to try to get a clear picture. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we got in store. All right, so the first card is emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, affected. Okay, emotional storm, turmoil. So, um, dealing with emotional turmoil sound like maybe somebody was probably dealing with I'm picking up narcissist energy. I don't know. I think it maybe this is X energy. But let's see what the second card say. Open heart, receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. I don't know. Sometimes I be getting some cards that the combination of them don't make sense. And family. All right, so it says emotional turmoil, unstable, affected. Then you got open heart, which is receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. Then we got family, which talk about fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. Um, let's see. Hold on, let me turn this down. I don't want to hear my voice echoing. So, what I'm seeing here is possibly somebody probably went through. I feel like this was like a newer relationship. I don't feel like this is something that's going to be long term. So whether this is something coming up for some or whether you recently met somebody, um what I'm seeing here is that for one, it looked like it's getting off to rocky start. And then when you talk about an open heart, that to me, the combination of the two or all three, right, is saying that even though things are rocky, still able or I still want to try. Um and in any case, I don't recommend that. I think that the best thing people can do as adults is to make sure that they're one dating a person that they're truly compatible, right? But in essence, too, make sure that they reached self awareness so they can know what they want. They know what it look like and then they can figure out how to get it if they don't know how to get it, and then they can figure out how to sustain it. I don't believe in staying in toxic relationships because of love, right? I bet you if your dog bites you too many times, you're gonna break up with him, take him in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do something, put a muzzle on him, something gonna happen. But you're not gonna just allow your puppy that you raised just to do anything he want whenever he want, biting people, humping people. What else do dogs do? Beg for food, all types of stuff, right? You're not gonna let. So why allow it to happen within a relationship? And then even if when you swing back around, when you're talking about, I coach a lot of people who, one way or another, admit that they have toxic ways. Right? Whether they want to admit it or they admit it and want to tell me why, or whatever. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of adults out here with so-called toxic ways, and a lot of people they wasn't even raised like that per se. But the problem is that you get worn out, right? You get worn out when you're talking about um uh 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 what is it called? You get worn out. What was I talking about? I started thinking about something else. Another thought came in my head and it just messed me all up. What up, Grand Rising? Come on in. What was that other word I was just looking for? I don't know. All right, so let's get to tarot since I can't even keep a thought right now. I need a beer. That's what I need. I can't believe it. I just messed up my computer last night. This morning, my computer is messed up. All right, let me open up the chat. On the computer. Wasn't shit. I got it. Damn, man, I messed up. All right, so let's see what the oracle card. So, like I was saying, it's a quick recap. I this might be either early in reconciliation or a new relationship or just a person that you haven't really met known that long. But it feels like things was getting off to a rocky start, and this person still sees a future with you. However, um, like I said, we just got off to a maybe a bad start, but I don't think this is indicative of who this person really truly is. Look at my broccoli getting famous. Look at them baby broccoli seeds. Hey broccoli. Somebody say, hey broccoli. All right, so the first card we got is the Ace of Cups. Yeah. So the Ace of Cups is about new beginnings. The Ace of Cups. Damn, I can't believe I messed up. The Ace of Cups is all about new beginnings. The Ace of Cups, uh, I guess you could say represent the honeymoon stage. It represents the start of romance. It doesn't necessarily. I mean, it's the start of a relationship. It doesn't have to be romance. Well, I will say this. More than likely 9 times out of 10, the Ace of Cups is representing a new relationship. Okay, but it also represents your ability to create from the heart space as well. Okay, but since we are in a love reading, then I am going to treat it as so, and will say that this is confirmation that this relationship that I'm feeling for us is definitely one that's, I'm thinking, no more than 6 months old, or maybe we've been back in contact for 6 months, maybe, right? So then second card we got is the strength card. Um, we already know the strength comes from within, right? And then we got the 10. All right. So we got an ace. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I just got done eating oatmeal. Well, I didn't even finish the bowl, but I was running late for my reading. So I've been eating in between time and in the meantime. But it's not focused. Or is the camera dirty? Let me see. Is my camera dirty or is it just not focused? Okay. I think it's a little light. I got the light on the TV right here. That don't need to be right. None of this stuff actually needs to be right here, to be honest. That may be my baby. All right. So say hi to my baby. I'm holding a, it's a crystal holding a crystal. Say hi to my snake baby. Yeah, snake baby still here. Say hi to, I'm not gonna tell you what it is. All right. So Ace of Cups. Um, if you, like I said, if this is confirmation that you are in a relatively new relationship, meaning like maybe for me and my definition, maybe a year or less, or maybe you've been back in contact for maybe 6 months, a year, or something like that. Um, it looked like it's going to be some perseverance that's going to have to take place. And the reason why I say that is because when you're a healthy single person, you're going to be able to support your mate. And what I mean by healthy is um emotionally balanced, intelligent, understand psychology because to be honest with you, everybody is flawed. And everybody isn't perfect. But that doesn't mean that everybody doesn't deserve love, right? That don't mean that everybody don't deserve love. Um so whether you meet somebody with, like a sex addiction, whatever the case may be, you gotta ask yourself a question. Am I willing to see this person through whatever it is that they going through one, right? And what if this problem, whether it's alcohol or addiction or whatever, right? What if it takes 10, 15, 20, 30 years for this person to get over whatever this said thing is? Do I have the time, the wherewithal to really see a person through, right? And what I see here with this strength card is us making the decision, either way it go, right? Either way it go, whether you so choose to stay and fight through, which I believe that it shouldn't be a fight, but when you dealing with possibly unhealthy people, then sometimes you might have to go through some changes, some problems. But overall, I could see a person definitely benefiting from actually um I can see a person actually benefiting from making the decision and going all in. And what I mean is either you're gonna go all in on being single or you're gonna go all in on a relationship, but it's no more back and forth. Um intuitively what I feel like if you got an unhealthy person, maybe a long distance person or something like that, maybe this person mean well, but maybe this person, like I said, just gotta persevere through some things. Um Maybe you as the individual can help the other person find their inner strength, to find their calling with the Ace of Cups, right? And to find the Wheel of Fortune, right? Maybe y'all can do a His and Hers podcast or something. But I definitely see a big, huge unit, like family dynamic here. And like I said, we are not perfect, right? But if you willing to see someone through their growth, then you could have a very beautiful, special mate there. Okay, so um, if anybody got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. If you need more clarity about the situation and circumstance, or if these cards resonate with you in any way, please let me know in the comments. I will leave it. I will leave the floor open for a few minutes if anybody want to come through, get a free reading, etc., etc. But I might leave that at that. I will be coming back up soon for I'm gonna do a YouTube short for the money reading. So That being said, man, let's see how long we've been on live. We've been on live for 20 minutes, so I'm gonna stay here for another minute and 30 seconds. If that don't go, then I'm out. But in review, while we here, like I said, I could definitely see somebody benefiting from um stepping up and being a leader in a sense. And it's not so much of you a man or you a woman, you an adult, you should know these things or you should be. Listen, not every two people is built equally, and not every two people, right? They just not. Everybody's in. So I don't believe in common sense. Only way we can have common sense is if we think the same, meaning that we like the same things, we don't like the same things. Only way since if we was raised with the same principles, morals, understandings. Um, and it's a couple factors when you're talking about quote unquote what is it called, common sense. So with that being said, man, we about 22 minutes in, so I want to wish everybody a very loving, prosperous day. Peace, love, health, and wealth. Anything else? Put it where? Back on the shelf. Why?
Cause I ain't buying it. Peace. I just seen somebody come in. Yo, 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 yo. I just did a collective love reading, y'all. So if y'all wanna, you know, chime in, tap in on that love reading, let me know. If not, then I'll be out. 22, 22, I'm out.